Welcome back. The Tran wins Baldur's Gate.
My way.
This direction here led to the Adamantine Forge. Let's proceed over in this direction. If you were to take these stairs, that would lead to the main hall, which is where the central attraction is for this side quest. However, there's still a couple more things we would like to do in the area.
Looks like the place the Dark Justicia's letter mentioned. But where's the stash? Left out in plain sight like that? No, the Harpers are too smart for that.
In general, you wouldn't want to approach an area where you know there's battle, but for the sake of the video, just to show you what it normally looks like, this is what would normally happen.
That thing! A monster hiding in plain sight.
Can we... What if we dashed? Then shot. Bye-bye.
No time to waste.
I mean, that obviously uses up her actions, but 2 actions would not do 75 damage. So that was fine as a move. We'll go and haste you. Then we'll undo your end turn, and you get to throw 2 more times.
My little trick.
Now, I don't know what piece of media it was, but I'm used to the idea that mimics are supposed to have acidic blood. So he stole her weapon. It's inside him at the moment. So when we find a returning pike in his corpse, that's where it's from. Doesn't seem that there's much else. I should have used the bonus attack first. Or, I mean, the bonus action as soon as it arrived so I could take an arrow shot at this guy. Tran finally gets to move. He does have a hand axe +1 on him. Nothing important though. And there we go.
That's curious.
On this corpse we'll find... That's strange. That's really strange. I thought the hand axe was on the other guy. Maybe it dropped to him. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but the only consequential loot are these Wondrous Gloves. Troubadour's Wonder. Your armor class increases by 1 and you get 1 more Bardic Inspiration. And then here's my returning pike. Take a look at this toy chest. Activate it.
Trap. Be cautious.
Exactly the same in your inventory, which is unfortunate because that's how I manage my inventory, is using the visual graphic, but at least it does have a different name. Let's go ahead and cast light on it.
Sol Invictus.
And if you notice that as I hover over the chest, it no longer has the disarm trap option.
No one stopped me yet.
That has basically removed the trap for me. Lazo will go and pick this. Inside we find Scroll of Evidence. to the Emerald Enclave and those deemed worthy to see this record. Greetings from those who harp. Know ye that the one known as Ketheric Thorm, Paladin of Shar, is guilty of crimes against body and spirit. They include but are not limited to murder, slavery, and desecration of temples most holy. Let our intent be known, an alliance between the Harpers and the Emerald Enclave. United, we may end Thorm's reign of terror. The High Harpers eagerly await your good word. I don't really... I'm assuming that this letter was sent to the Emerald Grove. I mean, I guess. But this does not look like an Emerald Grove to me. And this is knee-deep in the Shar Temple with Ketheric Thorm leading it. So is this to imply that the Sharans... Sorry, the camera went through the floor there and as a result removed the top layer of this stuff. But anyways, are we to assume that the Sharans then put a Harper signal, Harper illusion, and a Harper trap on top of this? No, I don't know. It's just weird. For whatever reason, there's a potion of greater healing there, but touching it will count as stealing. You could go this way and climb the ladder down, but we're just going to take this underpass. We'll switch out our party before we talk to Thrinn, so I'll insert the camp dialogue here.
Back on your feet or I'll bite your toes off one by one.
Normally I leave out the party member exchange. The map hasn't finished loading for me. But because everybody has a specific Nere dialogue, except for Lae'zel, I don't think she has any in this case. But since people have a Nere specific dialogue, we should include it here.
We need to get that Nere guy unstuck, or those gnomes are done for. Come on, focus.
So, are we saving this Nere from suffocating or leaving him to die? I'm fine with either, naturally. The last thing I want to do is ruin these nails digging through rock.
We probably should, if only for the gnomes' sakes.
Gods, really? Oh, saving a drow I can understand, but saving gnomes? Oh. But if you insist on being a hero, I won't get in your way. Just don't expect me to help, either.
I'll require you to help, and you'll like it.
Nasty way to go. Suffocating slowly under a ton of rubble. Not a fate I'd personally relish.
Speak.
Yeah, Lae'zel doesn't have anything to say about this.
This true soul Nere stuck behind a rockfall, is he? Forgive me if I'm in no hurry to go digging him out.
That drow, Nere, is going to be on his last gasp unless someone digs him out. Though not necessarily our concern, of course.
Of course.
Faster! Heat up some rocks! Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs.
Not the most sophisticated way of getting what you want from someone, is it?
Move, Hoon! I don't have time for Drudnan outsiders.
Yeah, I think I have something of yours.
Never thought I'd see these back. Nasty sneak gave even Gick the slip. Crafty little shits, these ones. You need a stiff cane to keep them in line.
That was a gentle kick.
Here then. His bounty's yours. Now move! I've got no time for...
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle.
You hear no thoughts or memories, just an echo of scars that never healed.
A true soul, eh? Useless wreck of a lookout could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnels collapsed. Trapped true soul Nere. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads.
Not the head we'd like to see roll, unfortunately.
We gave her the boots because she'll give us a quest item, or a reward, quest reward, which is not available should we try to loot her. However, while I do prefer the boots are available to loot from her once we kill her. So by doing it this way, we get more loot. How did Nere get trapped?
Place is older than bone dust. Previous tenants left a trap. Dropped a shit ton of metal once we dug a ways in. Get Nere out, and you'll have the Absolute's blessing. No doubting that.
What are you hoping to find at this dig?
Entrance to an ancient temple. General's orders, Nere said. Must contain something important. He got me to recruit non-believers. But not everyone's seeing the Absolute's truth. They don't get paid soon. I'll have a riot on my hands.
Clearing that rubble will be no easy feat. Any ideas?
Not a one. Unless you count tacking aboleth fangs to my whipping cane.
There's literally Roth nearby. You could just as easily go bring them. I've got some explosive powder. That could do the trick.
That's so. Set it near the rubble and ignite it. That'll blow the drow out.
Then we get the quest reward. We're going to pick Armor of Uninhibited Kushigo. I don't think we're going to use either of these. The ring is something I could benefit from right now with a +1 armor class after shoving. However, I'm going to imagine I will find lots of rings throughout the game, and it'll quickly find its way into my lockbox, essentially because I'm not going to have room for it. However, this is a monk-specific thing. I have no monks in the party, but should I decide to build a future character as a monk, this may have some potential down the line. So we're going to go with this one.
The gnomes speak in soft whispers, the words all but lost in the hot air.
Eavesdrop on the conversation.
We'll never get through. We need that smoke powder.
Philomene's gone, and if she's smart, she won't be coming back.
Tell the sergeant where she went. Balduran's still trapped with that maniac Nere.
Forget the smoke powder. They'd kill Phil on the spot. I won't let you do it.
You mentioned smoke powder. Details, now.
Smoke powder? No, you misheard.
Sir, our friends are trapped in the cave-in. And I know a way to get them out.
Bug, please. True Soul Nere will... You know what he'll do.
I will free you from the yoke of Nere. Tell me what you know.
All right. Go ahead, Lunkbug. Tell him.
A few days back, there was a scene. Our friend Philomene, she's a sapper, set off a blast and ran off. We set a spot for hiding if someone found trouble. I'll mark your map. If Philomene made it, you'll find her there. She'll have the stuff to blow that tunnel wide open and get Beldron and the rest out.
Excellent. I can add Philomene's head to my collection.
But you said... Oh, hells! I told you, Bug!
Larrida,
You better not harm a damned hair on her head!
Ah, it's you. The mascot of my ill fortunes. Much as I'd love to chat, I'm not allowed social breaks.
You were on a quest, weren't you? Is this how you're making progress?
I thought I was. I came down here looking for Wulbren. I suspected he and his little friends might have come to this region. And I was right. But I was too late. Wulbren had already been taken to Moonrise Towers. The rest, put to work. You won't find a worse gaggle of rare-do-wells than these iron-hand gnomes. Except for Wulbrin, desperate though his taste in companions might be. As I was contemplating his folly, I was spotted by a very ugly Dwergar. Now, I dig. It isn't good.
You made a profound tactical error.
I thought they'd be easy to outwit. I had an entire plan. Unfortunately, it didn't account for an army of mad Underdark cultists. Nor did I account for some captives to be trapped in with the drow after the cave-in. Too many permutations. Quite the headache.
Sounds like you need my help again.
Help would be welcome. Whether you're up to the job remains to be seen.
That sounds like a challenge. I'll take care of your captors, and I'll get you out of here.
You will? If you are successful, that would be most convenient.
Keep crying for your sister, and I'll personally rip off her head when you
There
get
is
her out.
another devil mask right here. That's the fourth one, but taking it now would count as steal. Make people upset with this.
Just axes. Thrinn's gone touched in the head.
That's the cult's doing. Dunnell's joined up too. Drug. The cult pricks are spreading like flies on shit.
Seen her run with a barrel under her arm. Just a small one, but enough to blow the drow out. Someone should grab it. Slaves are never gonna manage with pickaxes.
Can't go chasing maybes. The sergeant's our ticket in.
Oh, would you look at that, Kerr? Someone's having a listen.
A shiver runs through you. Your mind is awash with ancient resentments.
True soul, no less. What do you think, Kerr? Should we take Nere's debt off him?
Why would you think I'm a true soul?
The stench. All you twat souls got one. Some of us got a nose for it. If I didn't know better, I'd say a mind flayer shat a worm in your brain. Should split your head open and poke around in there if you lot don't pay up.
A stench? Ridiculous. I'm no more a true soul than you are.
The shiver returns. This time it's colder, sharper.
The stench don't lie. You're one of them.
Detect guards.
Drugnin true souls. Can still smell Nere from behind that damned wall.
That's not me you smell. You must still be catching Nere's scent.
He stinks to the deepest hells, that's for sure. Could be you're right. In that case, want to earn some gold?
What gold? I thought you hadn't been paid yet.
Ain't my gold I'm offering. It's the true souls. Thrinn's after the Absolute's glory. That's why she's got those slaves digging for Nere. But we ain't need glory, just coin. And Nere's got plenty. Help Thrinn free Nere. Then you and my chums grind him up. Whatever the spoils, we'll drop you a fat cut. You in?
These guys are constantly talking about gold. Nere has 1,000 gold on him, and we can actually accept half the spoils, and he'll follow through on it. Additionally, if you talk to him about having more gold than he could carry, then he would actually attack you, but in this kind of combat, dialogues, focused combat, it would not summon other Dwergar who are even walking right past. And if you pick this one, it would also result in combat. I'm in.
Good. But first, we need to take care of something. You've seen that weird orbi floating about? Knife it. And don't get caught. The cult watches through it, and we can't risk more twat souls showing up. You still standing about? Get on it.
Any ideas on getting Nere out?
Some days back, a slave gnome bolted with smoke powder. Handy stuff. Her crew know more than they're letting on. See if you can get them to talk. Now move. You're hogging my air.
If you fail the persuasion check, they don't attack you, but you miss out on the opportunity to have an uprising, and they will always side with Nere as if you had never spoken to them. Now we need to find this eyeball. There it is. We'll wait for it up here, and then we'll deal with it. First, we'll talk to it.
You stare into the eye. Your reflection stares back. The longer you stare, the more uneasy you feel. There is a presence. You are seen.
Poke the eye. Unfortunately, this makes you look like it's a dainty poke. I'm a half-orc.
The eye is unbothered by your prodding.
Start with Eldritch blasting it. Yeah.
You were seen killing someone. Best explain yourself before you're added to the body count.
Try to talk my way out of it. How do I talk my way out? Sure, we'll pick this one. If I committed murder, I guess I'd have to kill any witnesses, wouldn't I? All right, we're gonna actually use it. We're gonna go ahead and burn an inspiration on this.
They believe you, for now. But something tells you they won't be so receptive to your charms again.
This is stupid because this person is actually on the side of those Dwergar that we just talked to. We'll go and talk to them now so we can get everybody aligned. I'm going to hit the tilde button to show that everybody's yellow.
So say your chum blows Nere out of there. What then?
Then I'll stick Nere up, down and sideways till he's more whole than flesh. We take his gold. And I got more in mind if shit goes down smooth. The eye's clobbered. Good work. Time to bust Nere out and shred him.
I have obtained explosive powder.
Good. Drop it near the rubble when it's time. Flaming arrow or some such will set it off.
We can see now that they are green. The patrolman with the halberd is also green. So it's ridiculous that he is upset with me for killing the eye, because that was their whole plan, but whatever. You want to be careful about leaving bodies around.
Dead drow, publicly displayed. The Dwergar are sending a message.
These spiders, for example, if you talk to them and convince them to move from this area, and they pass these bodies that you might have made, they will alert the guards, even though there's no logical reason for them to do so. There is a tunnel up here, and if you try climbing these cages, he actually gets upset with you, and then you can't even climb down the cages because he'll interrupt you by giving you dialogue saying he's upset at you. It's not anything special dialogue. It's just something like, this is not for everyone's use narration. This spider, Lurzanta, is trying to convince these three spiders to join her. Let's go and talk.
I speak true, brothers. You know it in your hearts. You know it in your very souls.
We need no Lolth, no Spider Queen. Father Mermuth is the head of Clan Lur. He hatched us, raised us, feeds us.
What care we for his business here? He keeps us small, keeps us contained. We should be with the Spider Queen, revered, adored.
Picking, I think, 2 and 4 will result in them attacking this one. Let's go ahead and recall our learnings about the Spider Queen Lolth. We'll try this one. I won't bother with anything. It's okay to fail that. It's fine.
Nothing in particular comes to mind.
Father Mermuth is our past. Lolth is our future.
These spiders are loyal to the local Dwergar. In the event of a fight, they will join the fray against you, with slavering enthusiasm.
Persuasion and Oathbreaker Persuasion will give us an inspiration for Shadowheart. Deception, and if we had passed the religious check, saying this will give us an option saying something like Loth will watch over them. Those will not give you the inspiration, but they all make the spiders go away. They all make the spiders leave to join Lolth. It's just that if you're looking for the inspiration, you'll want to pick either of the persuasion options. Of course, you might not have the Oathbreaker one, which just lowers the DC for this. You owe nothing to Murmagh. Break your bonds, free yourselves, become unstoppable.
My bite could be stronger.
My venom more devastating.
Xanta, is it so? This, and so much more. In Lolth's hairy embrace, all is possible.
Her embrace. We're ready.
We follow. Yes. Now, brothers, our new dawn awaits.
It's Nere's gate.
Stinking snitch. No one drugs with Clan Flameshade.
I was waiting for him to move away from that staircase because I'm going to murder this one.
Don't like strangers here. But Absolute must have took you in.
Who hung these drow out to dry?
Me? Who else? My spiders sussed them out of hiding, then Nere taught them a thing or two, and I let them fly.
Where did the drow come from?
Caught them sniffing around. Easy marks. Had the stench of the Toplands. Hung them here as a warning. Ain't no one drugs with Clan Flameshade.
Did you notice your spiders ran off?
Eh? Oh, those worthless bugs. Always were the stupidest ones I ever raised. Hope the Minotaurs get them.
If it goes belly up, we got a scapegoat. It's Nere's game to lose.
Of course he turns just... it's whatever.
You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is about to demonstrate.
Ideally, you would do character select and just attack again, but we'll just go ahead and pick this one to show you what it normally looks like. An initiative is rolled and everybody joins in. You hunters mark him, but you shoot her. I mean, I understand you might want to apply acid to people.
Know any good gnome jokes?
Okay, I was trying to click Shadowheart, and it even zoomed the camera to her. The game just does not like you switching characters. That did 3 damage from Tenacity because of her strength bonus. She can attack again because I have made her a War Priest for now. It won't be necessary to burn that charge there because we can just finish him off.
What's inside?
Let the poison choke Nere and be done with it, I say.
He does have hair growing tonic. I don't know if this is for anything, but it says Murmath's property, hands off. Now we can head on in. Realistically, though, I think Tran could just head on in without anybody needing to follow him because it's a very short thing.
A big swig.
There's a few bodies here that'll give you scrolls. We got a Glyph of Warding, Animate Dead, Crown of Madness, and a Damaged Journal. I'll let you pause if you'd like to read this one. It is another Shar worship book, essentially.
far as I know, still
Bagging
wrapped
quite a
around
bit
in
there.
Echo too.
Speak to the dead with this one.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Zahan. Harper Scout.
What were you doing here?
Cultists. Threat to Baldur's Gate. Jaheira's orders.
Jaheira? Can't say I know the name.
What happened to you?
God. Interrogate. Mind.
Who killed you?
Dwergar cultist. True Soul's command.
Where are you from?
Last light. A safe haven. In shadows.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
We now know the Harpers are in the Last Light and are opposing the True Soul. An engraved pin, which I don't know if does anything.
What an odd emblem. Don't think I've seen it before.
Let's take a look at this creased ladder. This is actually new to me because I never bothered searching it before. Jom, like a phoenix from the ashes, Grymforge has risen from the dead. I've word of a drow cultist gathering Dwergar in the old city's halls. That the absolute means to recruit them, I've no doubt. Yet it's what they might seek amidst the ruins that most troubles me. You've not failed me yet. Go to Grymforge, cling to Shadow, and bring word of the cult's intentions to Last Light. I will be waiting. Jaheira.
Hey, stick shit!
It's Skickpit, you piss pot.
That's what I said! Stick shit!
My mug's gone dry, stick shit.
You heard her, stick shit! Fill her up! Another stick shit!
Piss pot.
You flirt! Now jump to it! Or it's up to the lift and straight to the shadows!
If I was that slave, I'd be tempted to add a dash of something poisonous to their drinks.
True soul, yeah? Tell the sergeant we won't move a pebble.
Your captive is most entertaining. How might I get one of my own?
You just take one. They're swarming the place. They'll squirm a bit, maybe give you some lip. All it takes is a stiff crop to get them in line.
You're quite the blowhard. I can appreciate that.
And you'll appreciate how few shits I have to give you. Hey! Stick shit! Where's my drink?
Coming right up, piss pot.
Stick shit talks like smug, and he wrecked that shroom village.
And then shagged it.
Here's to smug, nasty prick. Shit. You got one of Nere's moon lanterns, Jarg?
A Moonlantern. What's that?
Pixie lamps. If you're headed to Moonrise, you won't last without it.
Toplands are clogged with the Death Dark. Choke you in no time.
Death Dark? What are you talking about?
You daft? It's there in the name. Shadows up there black as the lower dark. A few sniffs could fell an ogre.
I'm one of the reasons people fear the shadows, but even I'd rather investigate this moon lantern before going to the surface.
We need to press on.
Good. After all we've been through, this is hardly the time to falter.
Shove off! I'm not sharing.
Alcohol. An odd vice for Dwergar, prone to triggering ancestral memories of brutal Illithid enslavement.
Nothing like ale to surface old memories, wouldn't you say?
For shit's sake! I'll drink to forget the past, not relive it.
Through the Dwergar's ears, you hear the sizzle of burning flesh and the screams of tortured young. Old pain felt anew.
Shit! Beat it! this true hole before I start beating you!
You still hanging around?
Piss off!
Hey now, what's with the hostility?
I heard the piss pot. You're a true soul, same as Nere. So like I said, piss off!
No, you don't understand. Thula sent me to save you.
Ha! Thula was mad as a rutting badger, but she weren't a friend of any true soul. What about piss off, do you? Hold on. You aren't just talking shit, are you? Then shh. Keep it low. Don't let them hear you. Now, why in the hottest hells would a true soul be helping me?
What can I say? I just love killing.
Figures. You want blood? Those piss pots will spill plenty. But you better finish the job, 'cause I'll be the one to suffer if you don't. Ain't you hearing me, prickhole? Piss off to every last hell!
This guy, if he sees you, your characters will lose stealth. However, these guys are friendly with us, so we can actually stealth around them and it's no problem. I, in this case, unhid, and then he talked about why am I sneaking around? You notice he's not even looking at her.
Let's be quick.
If we want a stealth attack, we need to wait until Skickpit is not watching us. Oh, darn it. I hit Shift C, but because we're not grouped, it didn't do it. Now we have to wait for the timer to let me do this again. And then we'll take an immediate attack on these guys.
You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is about to demonstrate.
Lame. He turned around to look at us, but thankfully we are still stealth at the moment. Let's continue to sneak attack these guys. Oh, he healed himself? No, don't do that. You're still in combat, dude.
You serve my purpose. You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is about to demonstrate.
Attack! This one will go invisible and try to leave the area, and your melee characters cannot attack of opportunity as she leaves, except for Lae'zel for whatever reason. Actually, let's not do that. We'll get in position to
Never a dull moment.
Knock him off the ledge when you continue to take swings at him. I think I figured out the reason why my paladin cannot wear heavy armor. I don't want to attack again with her because that will use up one of her War Priest charges, and this is definitely not a fight that requires that.
I'm ready.
Oh, wait, he's actually got another attack left.
Shit! You did it! What now?
Apparently he's talking to Asterion. Fine, whatever.
Figure it out yourself.
Damn it. Just when I thought you half decent. I know a place. Across the lake. Should be safe. You might be a shithead, but I'm grateful.
I guess by picking that option, he does not give us the Wyvern Toxin. It's fine.
Never wanted the easy path.
I don't need that. We need to actually grab that body before we do the next part.
Someone there.
Pick up. Pick up.
Repositioning.
I'll give you that.
Oh, geez, game. Come on, let me control multiple characters at once. Stop this nonsense that doesn't let me do anything like that. Empty the body so I can throw it and toss it in here. The reason why we need to get rid of the bodies is when these guys attempt to leave, depending on our dialogue options, if they stumble across bodies, they may provoke the map. I don't want to do that.
You got a brain of your own. Use it.
Did I do this already? No. I don't know why that door is open. That's very strange. Maybe the eye did that.
That's curious.
Here we'll find 2 Smokepowder Satchels, and later we'll find a map that tells us to come here if we are looking for explosives.
Good thing you got me. You wouldn't survive a 10-day on your own.
10-day.
Consistent. I'll give you that.
This corpse is the one we want to search. If we fail the perception check, this guy will immediately move to shove this one in. If you're just sort of sitting around and waiting for watching them, he'll shove them in. But this one is the one we want.
Unless you're here to kick some stiffs lakeside, I suggest you bugger off.
Grim work. Did you kill them?
Nah. Rockfall smashed them. Can't have them stinking up the place. The half that weren't crushed are digging the true soul out of the wreckage.
I hope you're checking them for loot first.
You gotta be kidding. These trash don't have nothing on them but rocks.
Rocks.
You spot a shiny trinket on one of the corpses.
If you've waited long enough and they've knocked that one into the water, you can still get the item through the dialogue tree by picking this option here. Otherwise, you can try to loot all the bodies by telling them to leave. There's really nothing of value on all of the bodies, but we'll pick Deception just because we have more bonuses towards it.
Thank the Absolute. They're all yours.
Absolute.
Deep gnomes, killed under the yoke of slavers.
If you have good aligned characters, you can actually bow your head in respect and get a little bit of approval from them. 1 and 3 will actually do nothing, and we can even trade with the corpse. I wonder if we can actually make him happy with it. Let's give him 100 gold and see if his attitude improves. Yeah, he likes me better. He didn't take it? Interesting. Well, whatever. Can I barter? No, I mean, it's not accepting the bar. I mean, it's a corpse, I get it, but it's fun to mess with the game. No shops on the fugue plane. I might just have a look in your pockets. This gives me the Ring of Invisibility, which sounds awesome, except this is a D&D game, and this is a one-time action between rests that lasts for 10 turns. If this were any other fantasy realm, a Ring of Invisibility, you would just wear it and, yeah, you'd be permanently cloaked, but no, not here. Still, it's not bad.
I wonder if the gods are watching me. Oh, the scraps of a nightfall feast.
To
That
bring
might be
bread
worth
in
a look.
Shah's name, then spill blood in her name. The sacred rite.
The game allows you to have a perception check to identify this button, even on the other side of the wall. this rock.
Well, well. A loose
Prime spot for an
What are you
ambush.
hiding?
As he says, this is a prime spot for an ambush, so if you sneak through, you won't get attacked. There are ochre jellies, I don't know if that's how you say it, on the roof, dripping acid. Acid itself doesn't hurt, it just lowers your armor class, so you can actually walk through with no problems. This door is not accessible because of that one rock. This heavy chest has nothing of value in it. I mean, you can still check it out, but it's nothing that we need to worry about during this recording.
Best be on my way.
Locked door. Easily go around. She is facing the door. Well, I mean, in the general direction of the door, but you can still have plenty of room to maneuver. What we're going to do, because I think it's funnier this way, is we're going to ungroup Asterion and
Keep your distance, darling.
have him go over here.
Quick
It
step.
didn't let me switch to him because my character was climbing up the table.
Nice and easy.
Need to find a way forward.
She does have a Runepowder Vial on her, which is very powerful, but we're going to leave it with her because I want to see what happens. In the meantime, though, we will help ourselves to this Runepowder Barrel, but we're going to leave it alone for a moment just to get the maximum amusement out of all of this.
Hold it! I swear to Iron Hand. One more step and a blow us to chunks!
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder, but the scent is acrid, as if contaminated somehow. Or much, much more concentrated.
Careful. I'd rather not have to pick bits of gnome from my hair.
Shut your mouth, Hoon, or I'll shut you down.
Sensitive as always, Shadowheart. Philomene, I presume. What's going on here?
Drug, dropping my name like your cultist ass knows me, like we're friends. I know what you are. One of Nere's cult goons. Sailed right in. Better to die in this shit heap than rot in Moonrise. You want me? Come get me. Gerdal Ironhand, I have lived for you, and now I'll die for you.
I don't care. Go on. Blow us up.
Then let it be done. Gerdal Ironhand, hear me now! Set me free! Wait. What in the hells? Bugger it all. You moved them. Go on. Drag me to Moonrise. I'll make you cult nutters suffer.
I don't want you. I just wanted the smoke powder.
Rune powder, you mean? Such a damned waste. Look, you have no idea what you're dealing with. Any true Ironhand would trade their life for a grain of this stuff. It's the whole damn reason we're here.
Iron Hand. Rune powder. Where have I heard these terms before?
Rune powder is gnomish folklore, an explosive of awesome power handed down to the gnomes by their war god, Gerdal Ironhand, a formula so dangerous it was stricken from history, if it ever existed to begin with.
The powder's the reason you're here. How so?
Look, we're freedom fighters. We need this powder to prove a point. To people who really need a point proven to them.
Rune powder. I thought that was a children's story.
We've heard the same ones, I bet. A fistful of fire that can turn cities to dust.
Well, it's real. And I need to bring it back to Baldur's Gate. A vial's all I got left. And I'm not parting with it for nothing.
Because of that line of dialogue and her needing to prove a point to people who need a point proven to them, I think it'll be funnier to let her leave with this vial rather than steal it from her. Fine. I've heard all I need.
Listen, you see Larrida at the dig? Tell her I'm dead, impaled, half-eaten. I don't care. Make up a story.
She's heartless. Delicious.
You'd abandon your beloved. That's mighty cruel of you.
Beloved? I might have been hers. She sure as hell wasn't mine. I'm getting gone. You ought to do the same.
Then she just sort of stands there, but she will vaporize in a second. Get some scrolls and a Grymforge history, which I will open up, but if you wish to read it, I'll let you pause. Then we have some tablet fragments, same story. We'll start from the left.
Let's see what this does.
I go a little slow to give you more time to pause. If this is something you're interested in. I personally am not. There was a time I probably would have devoured all lore and stuff, but I've become jaded and skeptical since then.
It's from the Hell's forces, but they still got to him.
Let's take a look at this rune powder we got. 50 to 120 damage. Nice. If she were to have detonated that, that would have likely killed my whole party. Without aid, Lae'zel would be at 58 hit points, Shadowheart would be at 56. They might live if she were to roll the lowest possible number.
How much farther can I go?
However, if for some reason you survived her exploding the rune powder and you still needed something to blow up the rubble, you can search this backpack. It has a hand-drawn map. I wish it was actually a drawn map. I mean, it wouldn't actually take that much effort, but alright. We have 2 points of interest. One is hiding spot. I guess that's this place. And then the lower level circle is identified as Smokepowder Reserve. That's where we picked up the 2 explosives. That's all in this area. So we can go ahead and leave. I think we can just warp out, right? There's nothing else we need to grab right here. It is now time to bring our Grymforge adventure to an end. These two will start the rebellion and all the green forces will fight all the yellow forces. The slaves will not get involved. They're weak sauce. If I hadn't told her that I could blow up the wall, she would actually give me a chance to tell on these guys, but she wouldn't do anything about it. So through the magic of video splicing, I will go and insert that conversation here.
Yes, true soul?
I noticed an orb floating about. What is it doing?
Scrying eye. Nere says the absolute scryers see through them. Watching. Judging.
I'd like to know more about Moonrise.
You don't know about the seat of the absolute? No doubt you'll see it for yourself soon enough.
A few of your clanmates are plotting to kill Nere.
Let me guess. Brithvar and Kerr. They've been a thorn in my arse since Nere hired us. Ignore Dumb and Dumber. They'd jump down a well if they thought there was gold at the bottom. Nere can handle himself. Reason I joined. I know which way the lava flows.
Remember that we told Apprentice Larrida that we were going to kill Philomene? Which is going to be an evil action, right? And Philomene told us to tell Larrida that she's dead. Those two together, I shouldn't make Will approve of this dialogue, but the game itself is very ones and zeros, so the fact that we're fulfilling Philomene's request to let Larrida know that her terrorist girlfriend is dead, that's a good thing in Will's eyes. but taken as a whole picture, seems pretty negative.
Monster! Get away from me!
Bad news, I'm afraid. Philomene's done for.
What? No. No, it can't be. It's not. It's not. I was right about you. Drugnin monster. You.
You're welcome.
I'll peel your balls like... Get Baldur out of there. Please.
As you near the rubble, a fragmented voice clutches at your mind.
A true soul. True soul. Finally. You must clear rubble. Spilling poison.
You Nere. What happened here?
Expedition. Passage trapped. The gnomes useless. Don't trust Burks. Get me out.
View through Nere's eyes is a blur. You only make out a bit of rubble and few moving figures.
Oh, that's actually good. Because my computer didn't load the gas, you actually got a good view of the whole entire environment Nere's in. Try to focus. What more can I see?
The harder you look, the fuzzier the images become, until there is only grey.
You sound like you have no redeeming qualities whatsoever, Nere.
You sense Nere's frustration, tinged with rage, as the connection fades.
And I'll personally rip off her head when you dig her out!
Why do they think they're talking to a god?
Out of the way!
One spark and it'll blow.
I can drop multiple things next to it. Shut up, dude. But the game doesn't seem to register explosive damage from multiple things at once. We're gonna go and ungroup and send Will to the side. I don't want him involved in this next dialogue.
But we got nothing to lose. Goes to plan, and our artists get paid. If it goes belly up, we got escape.
I'm assuming this is gonna be far enough.
What are you waiting for?
Now, if these guys are hit during the explosions while they're over here, it seems to be okay. They won't get mad at you. But if you set up a second explosion while they're walking back, then they get mad at you.
Blast the thing to bits!
Alright, what now?
Setting fire in the middle of it's a good way to keep the miners from returning to work, though it looks like they're heading back already. I guess her spot isn't covered in flames. We'll wait for the fire to end, and then we'll toss another satchel down.
These boots have seen everything.
Finally! Baldur, can you hear me? Baldur!
You toiled. And for what, Thrinn? For someone else to free me?
True soul, please.
Finally! Worthless slaves! Your incompetence has been my ruin!
Nere does not fail.
You seem like a very incompetent person, Nere. If you say stop no more innocents will die, you'll get, of course, approval from the good characters and disapproval from the bad characters. But if you pick the paladin option, there's no change. Touch another innocent and I'll take your head, Nere.
You care for the weak, true soul. Most curious.
And you waste your time persecuting them. That is true weakness.
You dare speak to me without due reverence. That was your first and last mistake. Thrinn, carve out his heart and serve it to the Rothe. If he indeed is a true soul, Let the Absolute save him.
Your god, my oath. Let us see which prevails.
Shut your shitholes, both of you. You owe my crew a 10 days' worth of coin, Nere. And it's time you shell out.
Direct your blade at the heretic, Dwergar. You shall have your coin.
You're damn right I'll have it. Me and that one, we got a deal. We beat your ass and dig the juice out from your carcass.
You bargained with this wretch. How vexing. Nere is not without mercy, true soul. The rat has given you a chance to earn my favor. Strike him down. Prove your faith.
At this point, you would probably side with Brithvar and the rebels, but we are looking for the ultimate play. We will side with Nere.
Damn it! I'll rip your flesh clean off!
Guess he just got involved in battle anyways, even though it doesn't look like anybody was looking in his direction. We could have gotten Thrinn to die in that conversation exchange, but we wanted to pick up an aggressive posture in that dialogue. And we also want to save the slaves. We could have maybe attempted to save Marin. You can't loot her body. That was the female slave that was in here. If any of these enemies get knocked into lava, you actually can search them, unlike the water or chasm that you can push them in earlier. Because this is not instant death, this is just fire damage, which is pretty powerful. It's like 40 points of fire damage. Should I begin with Hunter's Mark? No, we'll begin with a Potion of Speed. How's that? Then we'll do Hunter's Mark later, it looks like. Can I sneak attack while doing an arrow? Probably not. I'm assuming not. How does an arrow of many targets work? I'm not quite sure. Okay, it says stare and use sneak attack, so I can use sneak attack damage with arrows. Because that's the first time I'm using arrow of many targets during this loading. It lagged on sound effects. One of the things I do is I often edit out the skips and sound effects whenever I can find them.
On the way.
We could drink another Potion of Speed, but it's not necessary for her. She won't get a lot out of it right now. End the turn next to him, locking him down, or taking a free swing of attack of opportunity.
This is my time.
Apparently he doesn't have an action. Whatever game. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. I don't think there's any reason to cast a spell right now. You missed 3 times? I mean, I guess I can't say anything. I miss a lot too. Can I reach both of you? Oh, no, too far. That's a shame. We'll have to save that attack for later then. Let's try to slice you up. 13, not bad, not bad. Like I said, 40 damage. I don't know if attacking this one will give me, will make the enemy dislike me. I guess we can give it a shot. The reason I'm worried about it is right now it's technically part of this green team, but she's mind mastered. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it only made her hostile. Nobody else seemed to care. That's fine. Let's go and start backing away. I wanted to do enough damage to protect Nere, but we'll let the rest of them fight it out. They probably won't kill any of these other guys, but we've effectively split their forces by about 40%. Just with the fight alone. If I were to hit in turn before she finishes moving, she just stops in place. Apparently he's running with me.
Coming through.
Yeah, looks like there's just 2 bad guys left versus all these green guys. I mean, they're all bad guys, really. Looks like another one's coming in. I like that she used her boots.
Softer than a whisper.
Not moving doesn't really help with the hiding because they can just they'll walk over there to detect me. But they've got more important things to deal with right now. I'm hiding just so that there's no stray shots heading my way. I'm not worried about it. I'm not hiding because I'm scared of the damage. I want them to inflict as much damage as possible on the currently green forces. It'll be nice if they kill anybody, but they probably won't with the level of damage I inflicted on that first round. That was a nice shot. The arrow of roaring thunder behind him to throw him in the lava. I'm gonna have to add that to my playbook. And at the very least, of value, the green forces are spending their abilities and items here. These 2 who are showing up, or there should be a second one, but the ones who greet you at the boat also have a waypoint to arrive here. But the others you don't really have to worry about. In fact, some of them may despawn at the conclusion of this battle. You don't have to worry about fighting the entire map. Now, if I remember correctly, Baldur's Gate 1 had a real-time combat system. I definitely missed that. There's the other one. Well, that was a nice damage. You might be able to kill a second green guy. Man, I hope that wasn't one of the slaves. Mind Master. I don't think it was. I'm holding Alt, but it's not showing me the label of everybody right now. And this is the tilde. Lunkbug, Apprentice Larrida, Baldur, that's one that was inside. Barcus. Okay, yeah, that's everybody. I think we're okay to keep going. Alright, they've managed to lose quite a few soldiers. This is working out pretty well for me. Apparently a corpse can get silenced as well. One more hit should kill her. Stop! Stop attacking there. Kill Thrinn. Her turn takes longer because she's entangled than it would be if she was able to move around the map. No! Finish off Thrinn. She has 3 hit points. That's fine. Whatever. At least we'll get to talk to her, if nothing else. Now, if we were to immediately engage in battle, we could kill her before she automatically regenerates. This is fine.
You worthless, treacherous little rats. You don't deserve the death you got. I should have made it last. As for the rest of you, slave worms, you've caused enough trouble.
Enter Nere's mind.
The gnomes must be set free.
Yes. It will be so. Gnomes, you are slaves no longer. The Absolute may have use for you yet. This was meant to be a simple operation. I arrive, those pack animals clear the debris, and I walk into the temple. Instead, I've been beset by incompetence, treachery, and now this? The Absolute's business remains unfinished.
Whoever sent you isn't going to be very happy.
No. The General will understand that none of this was my fault. He will understand because you will tell him. I need you to deliver a message to him. Tell the General that I did what I could, but that the route through Grymforge is impassable.
First, tell me what happened to this place.
When the General entrusted me with this mission, he warned there may be some damage caused by a monster let loose in the temple. He never mentioned this.
The General? Is he a favorite of the Absolute?
The favorite. Nothing is done in these lands without his knowledge.
I'll do it. Where can I find the General?
The General resides at Moonrise Towers, but you cannot simply travel there. The land surrounding the towers is blighted by a deadly curse.
If someone like you survived, I'm sure I will.
I had a Moonlantern to keep the curse at bay. Alas, the rocks did it in.
The Moonlantern's broken. Just our luck.
Calm yourself. We have allies on the surface. Seek them out, and play this lyre to call on their guide. Whatever you do, do not attempt the journey to Moonrise without his protection. I promise you it will not end well.
Alright, I'll tell the General what happened here.
Do not tarry. I will see you again, but only when my work is done. I can still reach the temple and fulfill the General's orders. His advisor, Balthazar, also sought a way. I'll pick up his trail and follow him. Prove myself his superior. I am generous to those who aid him. When I return to Moonrise, I will be triumphant, and you will share in my victory.
Folk hero, Breaker of Chains. Nere mentioned that he's planning to go to the temple where he'll pick up the trail of Balthazar, the General's advisor. We receive a gift from the Absolute. This is a parasite.
Attention, Clan Flameshade! Pack up your shit and wave Grymforge goodbye. The Absolutes called us to Moonrise Towers, and we're not going to keep her waiting. Brithvar's dead. I proved myself. No way Nere can doubt me now.
Phil, it can't be.
Man, something's on my mind.
Come. My sister. Dead by Nere's hand. Man, I'm so sorry.
I can't bear to think about it.
You don't need to.
What did I tell you, pricks? Get your arses moving! We're headed to...
Beldron! I was so worried! Did Nere hurt you?
No, I'm all right. Did the sergeant hurt you?
Oh, who cares? We're together now, thank Iron Hand.
We ought to thank someone a little closer by, I think. Gaedel Ironhand you may not be, but you damn well fight like him. I'm grateful, don't mistake me, but why help us? You're one of them, aren't you?
Thank Thula. She's the one who set me on your trail.
Glittering gods!
I should have known that one was too damn stubborn to die. Here. The Iron Hand gnomes honor their debts. With Wulbren gone, that falls to me.
Make it quick. We need to find Wulbren. Now!
You're a little late, Barcus, my lad. He's already been sent to Moonrise Towers. We were just slave hands to the cult, but not Wulbren. He knows things. Things they want to know, too.
What has he gotten himself mixed up in now?
Spare the secrecy. Philomene already escaped with the root.
Then it seems you've saved us twice over. Gods above, she bloody did it. Of course she did. Wulbren has a way of attracting true believers. His quest for Runepowder was the latest dream he stuffed in our heads. And he was bloody right. He found it. A small cache sitting down here with a manuscript. He just made sense of the formula when the cult jumped us, so he burned the damn thing. If there's a single copy left, it's sitting in his head. Those absolutists pull it out and make Runepowder, they could flatten the whole of the Sword Coast.
How long do you think he can hold out?
Not long enough. My people can barely stand, and we have business back in the city. Business that sent us after the powder to begin with. The formula might be gone, but we still have the barrels.
And just like that, you'd leave Wulbren behind. I knew you lot were foolish, but I didn't know you were cruel.
If you knew half as much as you think, my lad, Wulbren might have kept you around.
You're abandoning your leader? That's cold.
It is. And if the pick swung the other way, I'd expect Wulbren to do the same. My people will find somewhere to regroup across the lake, then on to the city. If you find yourself in Baldur's Gate, seek us out. We'll raise a glass to Wulbren together.
What did I tell you, pricks? Get your arses moving! We're headed to Moonrise. Even one of you make me look bad in front of the General, and I'll have all your hides.
I'm your husband. It's my job.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, you did it.
You don't need to sound so surprised.
Nothing good happens in the Underdark. As you know, some of the Iron Hand gnomes, my friend Wulbren among them, have been taken prisoner in Moonrise Towers. They're not even going after him. I wish I were surprised. And so, to Moonrise Towers I go.
Realistically, your friend is probably already dead.
If Wulbren's dead, it's my job to find out who, when, where, and why.
First things first, you look exhausted. You should rest at my camp.
Certainly not. In case you haven't been paying attention, my friend has been taken captive. He needs me.
I suspect I'll be rescuing you a third time then.
Ha! I was unlucky twice. The odds of it happening again are very slim. Then again, a small rest might be prudent. Give me time to think. Fine. Show me where to go, and I'll try my luck. I'll have a better chance of rescuing Wulbren if I'm at my best. And, thank you.
Attention, clan!
In another not surprising way that Will has no idea what he actually likes, only by dismissing Wulbren and saying like, okay, well, good luck, does Will approve of it. Offering to let him join your camp, he doesn't care. I have come up with several different solutions to kill the last few enemies, but realistically I wasn't anticipating there just to be 2 last enemies. I thought maybe I might be fighting 6 or so, but 2 is really good. I was originally going to throw the Runepowder Barrel in the middle of the room and have her cast this illusion spell, but that's totally not necessary at this point.
It was over in a flash. They're at peace now.
Before we start doing that to the bodies, let's show you some loot.
Get your arses moving! We're headed to Moonrise. Even one of you make me look bad in front of the General, and I'll have all your
This will be a
hides.
little hard to get the loot. We might take quite a bit of damage from this. So I'm going to go in, grab everything, and then hop right out and show you the loot afterwards.
You're covered in dust.
Alright, we picked up the Deep Delver, which inflicts Shattered on a hit, which is not the same thing as the Shattered spell. This inflicts 1d4 damage against anybody who has been shattered. Elder's Journal. This is the dude who wanted to rebel against what's-her-face, Thrinn. So, as usual, feel free to pause if that's something you want to read. It just basically talks about how he is not happy with, with Thrinn, and we can see that. Thud also has some loot. He has a Cap of Wrath, which could go on, say, your Barbarian. Or, in this case, if I was continuing to build Tran as a 50% hit points or less person, that would be a possible way to go. On these corpses, they are not valid for me to steal from right now. If I were to, say, pick up this Devilfoil Mask, they would turn hostile to me. In fact, if I were to attack Nere, Welso, who's weeping about how Nere killed Marin, he would not be happy with me. It's ridiculous. The game just does not understand how to handle factions. It's okay. It's still a good game. I don't want people to get mad at that. It's just, this is fair criticism. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and try to steal from this. Okay, nobody's looking at. Oh, people are now looking. There we go. They just saw me. Try again.
We're together.
On his body, we have the King's Knife. I can be looking at the body as long as I want now that I have it's open, but I shouldn't do anything until people aren't looking anymore. The King's Knife is just a longsword, that's it. Stone Guard Orgoth is one of the 2 dock workers when you join the area. We'll loot the rest of this once these guys bugger off, which will happen when we leave the area as a whole party. I didn't want to do that just yet because the corpses will also disappear. Not all of them, just some of them.
Moving ahead.
Oh, and there is one more corpse over here. Mind Master Dunno.
You're covered in dust.
He has a whipping cane, which is just a bludgeoning object that looks different than the other bludgeons I know of. This will shut her up, essentially, because they're going to be scared of the zombies and skeletons that I'm now summoning. I just wish I could select and change characters in between all this, but I was clicking on Shadowheart's face the entire time. No go there. I was ready for a giant fight.
Where am I needed?
Not enough space. Let's get that corpse. Move.
Made it ready.
And again, this is a complete waste of resources, but if I don't force myself to do something with it...
Been seen causing trouble.
What?
Unfortunately for you, this guard likes causing trouble too.
Try to talk our way out of it. This only ends 2 ways. You leave me alone or you die. What will it be?
You've convinced them, for now. But transgress again, and no amount of talking will get you out of trouble.
So apparently he didn't like it because these bodies are not ones I'm supposed to touch. Turning them into skeletons does kind of go with that idea. Sure.
Man, it can't be.
We're going to go and feign death to him. And we're going to now kill these 2.
Must keep going.
You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is about to demonstrate.
Attack. Nice. Why is that person taking so much damage? Do these? What is with these skeletons? They have. Where's the necrotic damage coming from? Is that just part of the skeleton? Well, I'm curious what kind of bow they're using. It's just a makeshift bow. Let's take a look at the skeleton. Do they have? It doesn't say anything. Okay, well let's try. Let's see if my technique about entering their inventory still works. What we'll do is we'll continue to control characters until that's the last unit. But I'm surprised how much damage they were doing. You're still alive? Jeez. Okay.
No time to rest. How much farther can I go?
I like to do Colossal Onslaught. It's a total waste. Doesn't look like it affects allies, so because of that, I can't actually hit him with this. We'll just need to do regular hits on him. Psychic Blast. He's gonna take much less damage because he's feigning death right now, just so you know. But this will be also kind of amusing that we can do it this way. Go and hit him with an Acid Strike, so that that should lower his armor class. Okay, I would think that even if I missed, it would still apply acid to the area. Fine.
The pride of the gate.
Will, are you carrying? No, you're not. It must be on Tran.
Can't give up now.
No? Fine, whatever. It doesn't matter that much. Someone was carrying my acid bottles.
Your actions are pushing tempers to the limit. Persist, and things may get out of hand.
You see what I mean? I'm just trying to fight this guy. The evil Nere. Who was that? Is it you? No, I think he had a little hat. Lunkbug? You want to stand up for Nere? Come on, game. So I guess I just can't be seen doing this. I need him out of there, actually. If he dies from the magma, I don't think I can use Speak with the Dead on him. Let's hold off on them. Okay, those are the only ones left. No, they're not the only ones. I don't know why it's only cycling between them then. Asterion and Will, you still need to end their turn. No? Oh, you read it wrong. Shadowheart needs to end her turn.
Ready. Whatever it takes.
So now we'll go to Tran, open his inventory. In turn, we have access to these guys. Oh, he can't be unequipped? Alright. Well, I guess we'll wait for his feigned death to disappear, but he might die before that happens.
Moving in. Where am I needed? Keeping pace.
There's an Illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
Well, I mean, let's see if I can still talk to the dead him. We're gonna change it to a Githyanki. Put on my amulet of lost voices and speak with the dead. Is it gonna work? It did. Okay.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
How did you get trapped?
Corridor. Triggered old trap. Gave in.
What were you doing here?
Find path to temple. Orders of general.
Tell me more about this, General.
Absolutes chosen. Moonrise towers.
How can I get to Moonrise Towers?
Minthara in Goblin Camp. Safe passage. Moonlantern. Drider.
What about this temple is so important?
General's necromancer. Balthazar.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
We'll also talk with the dead Thrinn. Where is Thrinn? There she is. But before that, let's try to loot Nere. I want to make sure that we can still do the event that is involved with his corpse.
The decaying corpse lies before you.
Remove its head. Bardic decapitation!
The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body. An object catches your eye. A lantern, it seems, though no light flickers within.
Is this the Moonlantern?
A thick layer of dust coats the bottom of the lantern.
Broken. So much for protection from the shadow curse.
Helpful as always. Inspect the lantern in more detail.
You see no burner or wick. It was not fuel that lit this lamp, but magic.
Examine the dust within the lantern.
This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death.
Also, this is where Marin got killed. You're not going to find her body. It's just part of the scripted event. It's fitting that Nere actually has died there. Let's go ahead and talk to Thrinn.
Watch your back.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Eleanor Thrinn, Sergeant. Absolute.
Did you have any valuables?
Boots. No. Thief.
Who did you work for?
True souls. Nere. Disciple.
Who is this disciple?
Thrill. Absolute's favorite. Speaks with General.
Who is there?
True soul. Cave in. Trapped.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
That dude's just shrugging. And the boots that we gave her, also on her corpse. Additionally, we can find the Ring of Absolute Force. This was not the alternative option we had. That was like a ring of +1 AC when shoving. If the wearer bears the Absolute's brand, they deal 1 additional thunder damage. Cool. Let's go and just dismiss these guys, because they're scaring everybody, apparently.
Let's move.
Where's the crybaby that was... Apparently he's not... Apprentice Larrida, I guess, was the one that was unhappy that I was attacking Nere.
Peldron, are you alright?
Where's the dude that was...
Better now that I'm with you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I didn't hit him or anything like that.
When Nere...
It's not here. Wiki doesn't have anything on him. The only reason I was looking for him is he has a little bit of extra... Oh, now he's returning, I guess. Yeah, that's him. He's got a little extra dialogue once Nere is dead.
Murder! They have killed her! She's
He's really gone. Shael Vuk. Death is too good for him.
You're covered in dust and...
And we'll worry about looting the rest of this. Actually, no, is it? Oh, we can take it now. That's right, because all the guys are dead.
It's nothing, I swear. I'm your husband. It's my job.
There's only a couple items, but they aren't really that noteworthy. We got the Slaver's Inventory, which has every slave that we've met listed. We've met all of these. Wiki was the one who's dead in there. Thulib was the one who we rescued at Sovereign Glut's territory now. Philomene was the one with the explosive powder. Skickpit is next to the elevator. Myrna was the one who got thrown into lava. Beldron was the other miner who was trapped with Nere. So we actually have met all of these people. Then inside one of these containers, is it the trunk? No, maybe it's this chest.
Are you all right?
Let's try lockpicking this chest then.
God.
Hardly a challenge.
When near.
Shh. Put it out of your mind.
Deed of ownership. Now this lets us, I guess, claim ownership of the from Fardrum to the Firelands, from Morndiver to the Spawning Deep. We own this territory now. It is now mine. I don't think that's actually how it works, but I hold the deed. Okay, I think that's literally all the loot. And of course, if you hadn't realized it by now, the reason I sided with Nere was so I can get 2 Illithid Powers. It's not in my inventory. It's actually just immediately drops to my Illithid Power. We got one for satisfying Nere's quest to protect him, and then a second one for just chopping it out of Nere himself.
They're at peace now. Praise Iron.
So we're gonna go ahead and get Call of the Week. I don't know if this applies damage to our characters. It does say all nearby creatures, so yeah. However, it is also a toggleable passive feature. I don't want to necessarily take damage every time I'm fighting, so maybe this is a horrible ability to take. Okay. And we also have some red padlocks. So I don't know what to do about those at the moment. This also sounds kind of interesting. Invest a creature with power that heals it when it attacks, but also makes it vulnerable to all damage.
I'm so sorry.
I could use this to heal myself, but I think more valuable would be inflicting it on an enemy and make it vulnerable. I guess to get that, I need to get transfused health. Sacrifice half of my remaining hit points to heal a target for the same amount. I don't know if Psionic Overload would reach it. Your attacks deal 1 to 4 psychic damage, but I take 1 to 4 every turn. Lasts for 10 turns. I think this one sounds more useful because I am collecting items that gives me benefits when I'm below 50% health. We'll go transfuse health to try to see if that unlocks it.
It's my job.
We've also unlocked Shield of Thrall. Next power we'll get is Perilous Stakes. Since this one says number of evolved Illithid powers, I'm assuming this first one counts as a power. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If an enemy is down to 6 or lower hit points, down to fewer hit points. Okay, no, if it's down to 5 or lower hit points, because I have 6 powers, it should automatically die. All right, let's return to camp and show you the heavy armor proficiency. To begin with, I can show you that it says not proficient with heavy armor. For whatever reason, my paladin does not have heavy armor proficiency, and I have figured out how to repeat this, and I believe it's a bug. I'll show you that. One of the things we found off of Nere were these disintegrating Nightwalkers. You'll still find these boots, you can still chop off his head and get the Moonlantern if you wait until he dies from the Poison Cloud. This says we can't be ensnared, entangled, or enwebbed, so it also gives us Misty Step. This looks really good. That may be our shoes. Thanks, Nere. This is just a regular wooden shield, but it's a different kind of the ones we've seen. Here's Nere's head. You can't do anything with it. Suppose I could throw it. Okay, I thought that blew up, but apparently it's just on me? Okay. It's fine. We have the Devilfoil Masks that if we start equipping them, we equipped one mask and nothing happened. Let's equip a second mask. Nothing happened, but Tran is kind of far. Let's equip a third mask. Now, so these two characters, Tran and Astarion, are close together right now in physical proximity. We get Strength +1, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma -1 per nearby mask. So if I were to get my whole team together, I guess that'd be +4 strength.
Best be on my way.
Slap the Grymforge thing back on while I level up and stuff. If I were to try to reclass, I cannot right now because I am currently an Oathbreaker. Can you help me change my class?
Thou hast broken thy oath. Before I can aid thee, thou must atone.
So we'll talk to this Oathbreaker Knight real quick. Flip-flop back to Paladinhood. We can see that I still don't have the heavy armor proficiency, but we can reclass at this point. Now, certain domains give you certain proficiencies. For example, a cleric of the war domain will get martial weapons and heavy armor. But say a cleric of trickery domain, which is what Shadowheart starts as, does not have martial armor, does not have heavy armor. Okay. Oh, you may think that maybe because of my paladin choice, I just didn't have heavy armor. Not that I can tell. Every single one of these subclasses gives heavy armor as a proficiency. We can see this at heavy armor, every single one of these subclasses. However, the problem was that I started out as a warlock, so we'll just hit confirm here. I'm not going to worry about the particulars at the moment, I'm just showing you. Then we choose our second level up. Doesn't particularly matter when we level up, but I had done so, I think, as my third level, maybe? Anyways, if we pick Paladin at this point, we see that we do not have heavy armor. Doesn't matter which of these three subclasses we pick, no heavy armor for someone who has multi-classed into Paladin. I guess I should start as a Paladin, and then I can wear this helmet. Probably isn't that cool for people to see. They probably would like to see my character's facial expression, but I'm just going to say that every single facial expression I've seen doesn't fit the idea that I have in mind for my orc. Like poke eye, right? I'm thinking, oh, he's a half orc. He's just going to poke this magic eye with no care about it. But the animation, the physical facial features, oh, I'm scared of this eye. Let me just daintily touch it here. No, that's not what I meant. I don't know. I want to wear the heavy, cool armor. That's all I wanted when I became Paladin. We're not going to worry about leveling up the rest. And I believe that is it for this area. So that's why I sided with Nere, beginning, only to kill him later. So I get 2 powers when normal people would only get 1. Thank you very much for watching. Tran wins Baldur's Gate 3. I'll see you next time.